Hello everyone, myself Rajesh. I am a Python trainer. Welcome to Python demo class 1. Today we are going to discuss about what is the Python, what is the use with Python, what are the advantages of Python, and why Python nowadays is very popular. So all these topics will cover in this session. So today agenda is definition of Python, definition of Python, definition of Python, and before that what is the Python, and what are the advantages of Python. What are the advantages of Python? Scope of the Python. Scope is nothing but in which sector, in which areas or which domains we are using Python nowadays. Okay. Scope of the Python. So all these topics cover in this session. So let's start the session. Before this one, if anyone knows about Python, just tell me what is the Python. So everybody heard Python is this one. Okay. So what is the Python? Python is nothing but it's a programming language. Okay. What is the Python in the sense? Python is a programming language. I think are you are ever about the what is the programming language? Okay. If you are if you know about the programming language, then we will continue this session. Otherwise, we will start from the scratch level. Means what is the programming language? What is the use with program language? I hope you are all about you are all aware about the programming language. Okay, Python is a programming language. So what is the Python? Python is a programming language. So let's come to the definition of Python. Almost both are similar, but in study purpose, we are segregating this definition of Python. The Python is a high level, high level interpreted interpreted object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language. Programming language. So what is the object oriented, and what is the interpreted, what is the high level? We will discuss in the upcoming sessions. Okay. But before this one, just we are covering basics in this session. So what is the definition of Python? Python is a high level interpreted object oriented programming language. Okay. So okay, sir. This is the Python. So what is the advantage of Python? See, every programming language has its own advantages and disadvantages also. But when we are based on our requirement, we will select the one programming language and we will use that programming language in our project. Okay. Why we are going to use Python programming language nowadays means based on it depends on the features. So before the advantages of Python, we will discuss about the features of Python. Then we will understand the why we are to nowadays Python is very popular. Okay, so this means features of Python. Features of Python. The first primary feature is I think you all heard about this word. Python is a very simple programming language. The first one is Python is a very simple programming language. Simple in the sense, what is the simple means? Anybody tell me what is the simple? Yes, All these things comes under the simple. That means first of all, easy to understand. Easy to understand. It comes under also a simple. If when you start, if you when you look at the Python programming code, you can easily understand that code. What is the meaning of the code? Okay. The next one is the easy to write. So if you are becoming a Python developer, it is easy to write that code based on the requirement. So this is the easy to write, easy to understand, and easy to write. As well as also, if you are here new to the programming language, if you want to learn the programming language, this is also very simple programming language to learn for any programming language. Easy to learn. So these all comes under this simple as a advantage as a feature of the Python. First one is the easy to understand. Second one is the easy to write. So third one is the easy to learn. All this comes under a simple. It is the feature of the Python. So this is the first feature of Python. So the second feature of the Python is it is a free of cost. Python is the available in the internet for a free of cost. So this is the free source, free and open source, free and open source. Here free means it's a free of cost. No need to pay single rupee to get this software. Then what is the open source? I think you are people know about the open source. If you know, it's okay, but you don't know about this open source. I will tell you. The open source means the source code. That means who are developed by the Python programming. This a Python. If you are download a Python software from the Google, that is the source code. Source code means that is the real C Python. So if you want to change that Python to based on your requirement, you will change from C Python to the Jupyter Python or Iron Python or different kinds of you want to change means that source code also available in the Google, available in the internet. Okay, that's called open source. Free in the sense, if you want to use that Python software, there is no need to pay single rupee. You can download it free of cost. Open source means if you want to change the source code of Python, it is also available in the in the Google. Okay, you can download and you can change that source code and you can develop your own Python. That is the open source. Okay, that is comes under the second feature of the Python. The third one is the it is a platform independent. Okay, it is a platform independent programming language. What is the platform independent? What is the platform dependent? Anybody knows? Okay, here platform is nothing but the OS, operating system. If you take Python, if you take C programming language, if you are download the C programming language in the Windows, you can run it in Windows only. Okay. If you want, but in Python, it is a platform independent programming language. There is no such restrictions on the we are only use the Windows, we are only use the Linux, or we are only use the iOS, I mean the Mac iOS. There is no restrictions in the when you use the programming language Python. Okay, it is a platform independent programming language. You can use it in any program, any operating system. Okay. The fourth one, the fourth feature of the Python is uh, it is a dynamically typed programming language. It is a dynamically it is a dynamically typed programming language. So what is the dynamically programming language? You will let you know. I will let you know when we are running in the practical sessions. You will get some idea on the what is the dynamically typed programming language and what is the static type programming language. Okay. The fifth one is the The most important thing is it is a both procedural. Okay, it can be act as a both procedural and object oriented programming language. Object oriented programming language. The most important feature of the Python is it can act as a both procedural and object oriented programming language based on the requirement. So what is the procedural and what is the object oriented programming? These are also we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. Okay. The sixth one is the it can be embedded, it can be extensible. That means if you can Python in different along with a different programming language. For example, if you take a Java project, you can be added into a the you can add the Python into a Java project, and you can use the Python whatever the advantages in Python you can use in the Java project also. That can be possible with the Python. So, same as well as if you have a Python project, you can be add from different programming language features also into your Python project that can be embedded. Okay, that's called embedded. Extensible and embedded both features of the Python. Okay, first of all, that means you can extend to the Python features to the another programming language project, and you can add in you can get the different programming language advantages into the your Python project. That can be possible in the by you whenever you are using Python in your project. That can be is also a possible. Okay, the next Python has a large community. For example, if you want to use different types of work, Python having more support from the different this community. For example, it supports it supports almost it supports almost more than 2 lakh more than 2 lakh modules it can support. That means you can be able to do any operations, any task by using these modules. Okay, so what are the modules and what are the packages? These concepts also we will discuss in the upcoming session. But you should remember this Python having more community, more support from this community, and it can be support and it can work with the 2 lakh modules and more than 14,000 packages. Packages also is one of the topic in our Python. We will discuss in this upcoming session. It can it can it can support with a 14,000 packages. So this is the most biggest advantages of the Python also. Okay. So up to this, are you clear? So what are the features of Python? First one is the simple, and second one is the free and open source. Third one is the platform independent programming language, and fourth one is the dynamically typed programming language, and fifth one both procedural and object oriented programming language. Sixth one is the extensible, and seventh one is embedded, and sorry, and eighth one is it supports almost more than 2 lakh modules and 14,000 packages. These are the major features of the Python. Okay, so that's why Python is nowadays. So most of the people looking to use their Python in their project. Companies are also changing from the different program language to the Python. They are shifting from different program language to the Python because of the these features. Okay, these are the features of the Python. Of course, based on the features only, we can be able to say advantage of the Python. So, what are the advantages of Python? It is a simplest language compared to the other programming language. It is easy to learn. Also, this is the most advantages of, and it is a free of cost. And this is also one advantage. And it is a platform independent programming language compared to the C platform dependent programming language. This is also one of the advantages, and both procedure it can act as a both procedural and object oriented way. For example, if you take the C program language, it is a completely procedure language. If you take the C++ and Java, those are also object oriented, but they cannot act as a procedural way. But in a But if you take the Python, it can act as a procedural and it can act as a object oriented, depends on your requirement. Okay, this is the that can be also a advantage. So the one, another advantage is also it can support almost more than 2 lakhs modules and 14,000 packages. Packages is nothing but libraries. If you can talk about the libraries, then you can get some idea. Okay, library in the sense, uh, I think you heard this word. It can having library is nothing but collection of packages. Collection of packages. What is the package? A package is nothing but the package is nothing but the collection of modules. Collection of modules. Collection of modules. So what is the module? A module is nothing but the collection of functions or collection of classes. These are all we will cover in this upcoming session. But this is the basic understanding of the what is the library and what is the package and what is the module. A module is nothing but a collection of functions or classes. If you take any programming language, these technologies are all common. If you learned before any programming language, I think these words are already you may aware about these uh, words. Okay, uh, module. Module is nothing but the collection of functions, or classes. Okay, this is the library. Library is nothing but collection of package. Package is nothing but collection of modules. And module is nothing but the collection of functions or classes. So Python supports more than 2 lakhs modules and 14,000 packages. This is the features of Python. Then the scope of the Python. Scope is nothing but the where we are using in which domain or which project we are using Python. Scope of the Python in real time. Scope of the Python in real time. Okay. The first one, scope of the Python in real time projects. In real time project. So what kind of project you can develop with Python? We will. I'm telling. Don't worry about this. Scope of the Python in real time project. That means by using Python, we can develop. First primary thing is that we can develop web development, web development project, web development project, web development project. What is the web development? We are going to be creating the website by using the some different kinds of framework like Django, Flash. Okay, these are the Django, Django, Flash, Django, Flash, Pyramid. These are the some. These are the some framework, web framework to create the website, to develop the web development project. So this is the primary. This is the most of the times we are using Python in the web development project. The second one is in the second one is gaming development, gaming application, gaming application projects. Okay, gaming application projects also when we are going to develop any game. So if we want to develop a gaming application in a 2D way, so we are using Python in the game development project also. Okay, this is the second application or second project we can use Python. The third one is the third one is desktop desktop application development, desktop application desktop application project. Okay, desktop application project. For example, if you are using a system or if you are using a laptop, we can use we can use we are using daily some applications, right? These are the nothing but the desktop application. So for developing the desktop applications, we can use the Python, and based on the Python we can develop some desktop application. Okay. The fourth one is the desktop application is also nothing but the GUI application. GUI is nothing but the graphical user interface. Okay, graphical user interface. I think if you are a computer science banker, you background, you may some knowledge on the what is the command line applications and what is GUI application. Okay. The next one is the language development, language development, language development project. For example, if you are taking just C programming language internally, it has some another programming languages code. If you take the Java also, it has some and internally it has some another programming features and another programming code. So they same way Python has the different kinds of programming language internally. It motivates from different programming language, and it has developed by the different programming language. Same like also by using Python we can develop another programming language. So we can create another programming language. We can develop another programming language also. In this, for example, if you take the Python itself only, we can develop using Python code only. Okay, if you, for example, if you we tell some, we have some collection of, we have the it support 2 lakh modules, right? If you using Python, we can develop some different modules also. You can based on the requirement. If you have another specific requirement, you can develop your own module based on the Python only. Okay, same like way in language development project also we can use Python. Okay, the fifth one is the fifth one is nowadays most popular because Python is very popular because of the it can be using in artificial intelligence, artificial, arti- artificial, artificial intelligence. Nothing but the all people are called is a, it's a AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence we can use we are using Python in artificial intelligence. It has some large, it supports 14 lakh, sorry, 2 lakh modules, right? So one of the module and one of the package also using in artificial intelligence. And it can be using in machine learning and deep learning projects also. Machine learning, machine learning and or machine learning or deep learning projects also we are using Python. Yeah, artificial intelligence is nothing but the machine learning. Both combination of machine learning and deep learning is called artificial intelligence. But it has the upper layer of the machine learning and deep learning. Okay, because nowadays Python is very popular because daily, day by day, artificial intelligence is growing. So for creating the artificial intelligence project, we need Python. So that's why industry is looking using Python for creating or generating or developing the artificial intelligence project. Okay. The next one is the data visualization. Data visualization project. Data visualization, data visualization project or data analysis project also, and data analytics, data analytics or data analysis, both are same. Data analysis project also we are using Python. So we can now in data visualization data analytics project we are using some kind of modules like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn for the data visualization purpose, Matplotlib and Plotly. These modules are using for the data visualization purpose. For data analysis purpose, we are using NumPy, Pandas. Okay, these kind of modules are available in Python libraries. Okay, this is the in these projects also we are using Python. And the next one is the IoT based application. I think you I think you heard this one IoT because nowadays most of the applications are also developed in IoT only. IoT is nothing but the Internet of Things. Internet of Things application. That means if you are using the if you are using any sensor, That is nothing but the IoT based application, Internet of Things. In these applications also, we are using Python. Applications also, we are using Python. The next one is the CAD or CAM developed application. CAM or CAD based applications. Sorry, CAD based application. For example, if you are a mechanical student, you want to develop some materials or some machinery in CAD in software. We are using CAD application. For creating or for developing the CAD application, we are using Python in the background. Okay, that is the that is also one type of application we can by using the Python. So next one is the automation. Automation or testing. I think you may have heard about the Selenium. So Selenium is the one type of testing tool, automation testing tool. So nowadays, previously people were using manually testing by using Java, but nowadays people are shifting to the automated testing tool Selenium. The Selenium was developed or Selenium was running by the Python. So in this applications also we can use Python. Okay, testing project. And next one is the web scraping. Web scraping. This is also nowadays most of the big companies are using for generating or for retrieving the data from the Google. If you are taking the Flipkart or if you are using Amazon, there is a lot of data. It contains a lot of data. For example, if you are watching some products, for example, washing machine or if your mobile here, beside the mobile it has a Beside the mobile, it has the features of the mobile and sizes of the mobile and colors of the mobile, images of the mobile. All the data it contains in the one web page. So if you I want to retrieve the data, I want to get the data. We can use the web scraping method. Okay, we can use the web scraping method. By using these applications, by using these projects, we can get the data. We can generate the data. Okay, web scraping project. So these are the different real time scenarios we are nowadays Python is using. Okay, there is a few more projects are also there, but majorly we are using in these projects. Then, so I think definition of Python is completed, and what is the Python is completed, and what are the advantages of Python is completed, and scope of the completed. So the extension of the Python is history of Python. Is there any necessary to know the history of the Python? The answer is yes. Why? Because what is the reason the Python is developed, and who was developed, and when it was developed, and who are maintaining the Python? So who can make the changes in regular way? So all these information we need to know. So in history of Python, the Python was developed by the person. The name called is Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. He is the author of the Python. Okay, he is the author of the Python. The name called Guido van Rossum. He was developed in it was developed in 1989, but after the development, it was released in the market. It was released in the market in 1991. Okay, the Python was developed by the person Guido van Rossum, and he was developed He was starting to develop the Python in 1989, and after the completed, it was completed in 1990, and in the market, and in the market, it was released in the market in 1991. So since 1991, we are using Python. Okay, we are using Python. We are using Python. Now, who can maintain the Python? Okay, who can maintain the Python? Python software, Python software is maintaining by the is maintaining by the one foundation, one non-government foundation NGO. One NGO is named called PSF. PSF. Okay, in it belongs to the Netherlands. It belongs to the Netherlands. It was placed in the Netherlands. So PSF is nothing but the meaning, the full form of the PSF is Python Software Foundation. Python Software Foundation. So Python Software Foundation is maintaining the regularly maintaining the Python software. And if you we have the updates of the Python that was developed by the Python Software Foundations only. Okay, so it has the official website. Python has the official website. The official website of the Python is www.python.org. This is the official website of the Python. Okay, we can download the by using this website. This is the history of the Python. Okay. Up till now, if you have any doubt, please ask me any question. Okay. We are covered definition of Python, what is Python, and what are the advantages of Python, and scope of the Python, where the top layer, history of Python. History of Python. Now, what are the contents? What are the topics in Python we are going to learn? What are the contents or topics in Python we are going to learn? Okay. Topic, topic of Python. So these are the just over outline of the content only. The in-depth of content we will provide after the class. Okay. The first one is the syntax. Syntax rules. So every program language must be follow the some syntax, and what are the rules of the syntax in Python. Syntax rules of Python. Okay. The next one is data types of Python. Data types in Python. So how many data types in Python? What is the use with each individual Python, and how it is where we are using in these data types? Okay, all the information we will learn in upcoming classes. Data types in Python. data type in Python. The next thing, operators. Operators in Python. We have a different types of operators in Python, and we will discuss in depth in coming classes. But these are the main topics of the Python. Okay. The next one is the before these operators we have to discuss about the data conversion. Data conversion, data type conversion also we call data type conversions or types of conversions or types of conversions. Here data type conversions. The next one is the functions. So we have the different types of functions and what are the functions we will discuss on the upcoming classes. The next is the parameters or arguments. Parameters or arguments. What are the parameters and what are the arguments? After that, one more thing I forgot. What is the object? What is the object and variables in Python? Objects and variables in Python. Here after the function, parameters and arguments in Python. Okay. And the next topic is the global variables, global variables and local variables. Global variables and local variables. What is the global variable and what is the local variable? What is the difference between those? We can discuss in we will discuss in upcoming session. And after that, and then the next topic is the input and output. The up to this become up to these contents comes under the core Python. Okay. The next upcoming topics will be called in advanced Python. And nothing but the file handling, exception handling, exception handling, file handling, exception handling, file handling. Okay. Oops. Oops is nothing but object orientation. Object oriented, object oriented principles, object oriented principles. So these are the main content or main topics of the Python. Okay. In the after start this batch, we will discuss and we will cover all this content in depth manner. So these are the just outline or main content of the Python. Clear? Up to this, any doubts? If you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next session.